When I began my quarterback evaluations, it felt pretty unlikely that I would like Mac Jones as a football player. After all, in recent seasons, I've been all about the toolsy quarterbacks, the guys with the rocket arms and the dazzling playmaking ability. I was high on Josh Allen. I loved Lamar Jackson, and I was all in on Justin Herbert. Really, the last guy in this class I thought would be my guy is Mac Jones. But the more I watched, the more I like. And truthfully, Mac Jones wowed me. In this video, I explain why Mac Jones is my favorite quarterback in the 2021 NFL Draft. Before I tell you why Mac Jones is my guy in this 2021 NFL quarterback class, make sure you do Gronk spike that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos just like this. Also, comment your opinion on Mac Jones. Do you love him like me? Or are you a non-believer? It's true. Mac Jones has a dad bod. Mac looks dorky. He looks goofy, clumsy, and kinda awkward. He has a square body with long, lanky arms. And he even tucks in his shirt. He's not flashy. He doesn't have the game-breaking rushing ability. He doesn't have a rocket arm. And he certainly does not have swag. Mac Jones isn't the most athletic of the bunch. He's been deemed a high-floor, low-ceiling prospect, and is categorized as a quarterback whose way of playing is going out of style. Mac Jones is being punished by narrative. He's being punished for winning and putting up huge numbers because it looked too easy. Mac Jones is being punished for how Tua has played in the NFL, being labeled with the stigma that Alabama quarterbacks can't play. Mac Jones is being punished for recency bias. If he were entering the league 15 years ago, he would be deemed a can't-miss quarterback. But today, he's called boring. The pocket passer in the eyes of fans and the media simply isn't cool in 2021. But when you look at the NFL, I would argue games are still decided primarily in the pocket. Yes, he doesn't throw it as fast, hard, or as stylish as Rodgers or Mahomes. But last time I checked, Peyton Manning didn't have a strong arm. And oh yeah, Peyton also tucked in his shirt. Yes, he doesn't run as fast as Lamar, or make people miss like Kyler. Last time I checked, neither did Tom Brady. So if Mac Jones isn't fast, doesn't have a strong arm, and has the body of an average high school teacher, what makes Mac Jones special? The first special quality I see in Mac Jones is his brain, his intelligence. The guy is a human computer. He uses the data that Sark gave him to crush college defenses game in and game out. In other words, Mac Jones maximizes an offense through his FBI, football IQ. Everyone evaluating quarterbacks nowadays talks about the dual threat. You need to run, extend plays. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. But what about the part of the game that happens before the snap of the ball? If you execute the first play to perfection every single time, there is no need for a second play. Remember, quick mind over quick feet. You do not find players, never mind quarterbacks, who are this cerebral at the college level. Mac Jones is by far the best field general in this class. When it comes to understanding an offense, checking calls at the line, protections, reads, and overall command. Mac Jones has partly modeled his game after Tom Brady. And you can tell. Trust me, I'm not the one to be comparing any QB to Tom effing Brady, but as a fan of Brady my entire life, this kid shares many similarities. And I don't just say this stuff willy-nilly either. He is one of those guys who the more you watch, the more you're impressed. His consistency is not human. I was waiting for Mac Jones to make a bad read, throw a bad ball, or simply have a bad decision, and it never showed up. Mac Jones will never ever lose you a game ever. He stays on schedule. Not just better than anyone in this class, but it looks like a 10-year NFL veteran. He knows exactly where to go with the ball at all times. He sees the entire field. He knows the Alabama offense so well that he's been teaching it to Bill O'Brien. Mac wowed me with his efficiency, his superb decision making, the ability to know when to take a risk, throw the ball away, and most importantly, know when to avoid a negative play. Very Brady-like. His next level vision, pre and post snap, allow him to process, use his intelligence to avoid pressure, instead of using his legs to run away from pressure, which is the skill that you see in only the best quarterbacks of all time. This is a kid who in practice would roll out and chuck the ball 20 yards out of bounds as a scout quarterback because, quote, he refused to throw a ball he wouldn't have thrown in a game. From a physical standpoint, Jones is a near flawless passer. I mean flawless, guys. He doesn't have a wow arm, but it's a good arm capable of making all of the difficult tight window throws. He easily throws the most catchable ball in this class. He understands how to make different kinds of throws, meaning when to throw with power, when to throw with a bit of air under it, and how to throw with anticipation. He has a quick, compact release that is extremely consistent. It's honestly money. His accuracy in the underneath and intermediate game is elite, and Mac Jones achieved this in a NFL offense with legit NFL throws, down after down, play after play, versus the best competition in the biggest of games. Something I can't say about some of his classmates. Sorry, Fins fans, but Mac Jones is better than Tua. Alabama simply trusted Mac Jones more. They became a more aggressive downfield passing team with Mac Jones. And if you don't believe me, his teammates even said he was better than Tua. Perhaps the most underrated aspect of Jones's game is his pocket presence. Mac Jones has a pretty deep tennis background. His father was a pro, and his sister played at the university level. Mac played growing up, and you clearly see it in his game. The nimble feet, the ability to move, shuffle in the pocket, to buy time, that split second to deliver a throw downfield, similar to Drew Brees. You combine that with the toughness to get hit and make a throw, and you have a baller. Oh, I almost forgot. If you're questioning Mac Jones' speed, please don't. He ran a 4.7 40, which is faster than Patrick Mahomes. Mac Jones is my favorite quarterback in this draft because I believe he has the tools you can't measure. You can't measure his heart, his work ethic, and his passion. These are all things I deeply believe will make Mac Jones a successful quarterback in the NFL. He is a perfectionist. He is a competitor. He is a grinder. You can see it in his eyes. He sat 3 years at Alabama waiting his turn. He didn't back down from the competition, and he made the most of his opportunity. Mac Jones set the school single season passing record with 4,500 yards. His 41 passing touchdowns in 13 games were just too shy from tying Tua's single season mark that he set in 15 games in 2018. He set NCAA records in completion percentage and passer efficiency. Jones' PFF grade was exceptional, an overall mark of 95.8, the best of any quarterback in this class and the best single season PFF grade ever. His adjusted completion rate of 84.2 was also the highest in the nation last year, and again, the highest PFF has ever recorded. But people are calling him overrated. Who is overrating this guy? Because all I hear is that he sucks, undeserving of being the 3rd overall pick, undeserving of being a high pick in this draft. Mac Jones only started 1 season, which may be a negative to some, but to me, for someone that is that smart in 1 season, imagine how good he can be with more experience, more information to process. Mac Jones is being laughed at, belittled, and doubted, but not by me. Mac Jones is my favorite quarterback in the 2021 NFL Draft.